I know most of you guys are not into sitting through one of my long videos, so I'm gonna keep this one short. The US women's soccer team. Why is it that their pay is not as high as the men's soccer team? Even though the United States Soccer Federation is a quote-unquote non-profit organization, they still run their teams like a company, and the goal of any company is to bring in revenue. After funds are divided at the top, whatever trickles down is given to the coaches and the players. So if we think of the United States team as a company, the company is doing well, business is booming, these ladies are doing a great job, but they still need better pay. So the way you help them get a better pay is by giving them your time. Start watching a few matches, because the more matches you watch, the more engaged the public is in general, which means more revenue towards the team. So stay active and support by watching. Now we already know that the US women's soccer team is doing really well. Actually, they're doing way better than the US men's soccer team, which is one of the best reasons to argue for better pay. So I'm going to dive in really quick to give you my opinion as to why I think they're doing so well. When you compare both US soccer teams, the women's soccer team seems to be getting the shorter end of the stick, but compared to other teams around the world, the US women's team doesn't seem to be doing so bad. They have access to better resources, good coaching, training, dedicated facilities, a physician, and even a nutritionist who will make individual meal plans for each player. Also, most of the ladies in the US soccer team are full-time athletes, which is not the case for every country, like Chile, for example, who only has 4 girls who are full-time athletes, and so cannot put as much time into it as these other girls. There's also the fact that a lot of these nations treat women worse than they are treated here in the United States, which is why they lack the opportunity, love, and support that the US women's soccer team enjoys here. That's why it's not a surprise to me to see the top teams coming from very progressive countries. Alright, so I told you about the women's soccer team, but what about the men's soccer team? Why do they keep losing if they enjoy the same resources used by the women's soccer team? This one is an easy one, guys. Obviously, soccer is not the main sport of the United States, which means that most of our great players are playing football, American football that is, basketball, and hockey, and baseball towards the end there. But mostly football, basketball, and hockey, in no particular order. The opposite is true for other countries. For them, soccer is their bread and butter. They are really good at kicking that ball. This is all they do. And you bet your ass that their best athletes are playing soccer. That's all there is to it. So essentially, whenever there's an international competition involving soccer, we send the runs of the litter. It is obvious that if we were to send the best of the best we have to offer, we will destroy those other countries. And you don't need to go far to see evidence of this. All you need to do is go online and look for the 1992 Dream Team and read about how the US basketball team destroyed the competition at the 1992 Olympics. Thanks to some of the best players ever assembled for a team, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and many others. So now you know. And that's all I have for today. That was short, right? I told you I was gonna keep it short.